Hello, hello, everybody. This is Pauline here, back again with monthly forecast for Qimen, and Flying Stars. In case this is the first time we've met, thank you for jumping in. My name is Pauline Cheng. I am a and Feng Shui practitioner. Okay, cool. So, what we're going to do today, we are going to talk about the June 2024 Qimen forecast, which will also include the 100 tactics as well as the Qimen strategies to explain. You know the art of war, right? This chart is the art of war. So stars and doors together form a strategy like the 36 stratagems. Not so famous are the 100 tactics. Actually, the stems there are 100 combinations in total. The 100 tactics was combined during the was compiled during the Ming Dynasty. But today our challenge is actually to modernize those use because it's very difficult um to incorporate some of those tactics in today's world. So now let me add a quick caveat. Chimen is a war system, okay? They only care about winning. They not care about being nice. Okay. So there is no must here. Okay, if the suggested strategy or tactic makes sense to you, then great. By all means, use it. If you think you can't use it, then don't need to. Okay, so before we get into the analysis, how would you know which palace refers to you? Easy peasy. Plot your Bazi chart and look right at the top Chiman Destiny Palace. All right, in this example, it is northwest. Don't bother about anything else. Okay, and as everyone knows, my preferred Bazi plotter is the one provided for free by the JY Mastery Academy. The link is in the video description. Okay, so South Palace. Okay, so Gui and Bing is the elegant seal rebelling officer. Also there's the Geng and the Bing. They're hanging about causing problems. So seems like you are encountering some form of passive resistance, and this could be slowing down your progress. You remember how in May for the South Destiny Palace, you were literally cautioned by the chart to be careful of surrounding yourself with mediocrity. So we will need to play our cards right to navigate out of this quagmire. So which cards should we play? Here are some options. All right. Please note again. At the risk of sounding like a broken gramophone, there is no need to execute every single option. Just choose the one that is more applicable to your situation. So, strategy number one, the 64 strategies turn the guests into hosts. Flip the energy around by making them or everyone depend on you. The only way to resolve this may be to take total control of the entire situation or project, which means that being nice doesn't work anymore. You need to tell people what to do. Okay, in the 100 tactics is a slightly different strategy. It's talking about absence making the heart fonder. Basically, doing this requires you to literally allow the shit to hit the fan before you swoop in to show your capabilities. Now, this strategy, this tactic can be a little bit dangerous, okay, because sometimes it can backfire. Okay, just so you know, right? If you do something that you think, oh, I'll make them miss me, but they don't miss you, then how? Okay, so all right, again, these are suggested strategies and tactics. In the execution, human wisdom comes into play. Okay, guys. So even with the strategy, with the hexagrams, there's also a strategy. Returning here is talking about return to your core skills. Focus solely on your core abilities, right? And expand from there. Do something awesome with it instead of trying to be everything to everybody. Okay, so let's go to the southwest. All right. Wu and Gui is the green dragon elegant seal. You may find yourself a little bit indecisive, perhaps because you are being willfully blind to the events surrounding you, blindly trusting to those who are not qualified to advise you, maybe making matters even more difficult, or if you could but just be willing to face the unpleasant facts. The horn hexagram here, right here, right, actually supports by dispelling manipulations, make it easier for you to identify people's intentions and tactics. And for goodness sake, don't sign anything without due diligence, okay, guys? Right. So Now, with the strategy, the linking strategy, well, if you can do nothing else, at least seek to control the narrative. With the pillar and the chief coming together, victory comes when you are able to position yourself on the side of the right, of justice. Yeah. Okay, if confused, focus on taking the next right step. So, with the 100 tactics, put people first, right? Win the loyalty of others by putting their needs ahead of yours and by ensuring that you are always delivering on your promises. Hexagram strategy. Okay, from great exceeding, yes, you may be feeling overwhelmed. Great exceeding makes it feel like the bridge is broken on both ends. Now, it's human nature to want this stress to end and now, right? But rushing is not the solution. Panicking is not the solution. Instead, focus on strategically eliminating the unnecessary from your worries. Okay, let's go on to the west sector. Ji and Wu is the dog meets green dragon. Well, this is quite a nice one. Success is yours for the taking. Be confident, play to your strengths. The only caution here, avoid speculative investments. Okay, so possible strategy is to negotiate while advancing, right? Basically, it's talking about making hay while the sun shines. Be firm in your negotiations. Hold up. I like this one. Hold up a future so compelling that you create pressure on the other players to follow your lead. Okay, 100 tactics would be to go the route of generosity, right? Which is better, waiting for others to inspire you or be your own inspiration. So June is the month to lead by example. If you want others to follow you, provide value first. Okay, hexagram strategy, fellowship. All right. This also supports the 100 tactics. Fellowship is talking about how if you do something consistent enough, people can't help but trust you. So all this effort will be worth it, as it will literally translate into a solid reputation and a trustworthy brand. Next, the Northwest. All right. This one, think strategic alliance. Okay. Think and G is fire and this grappling hook. Now, because help was not forthcoming in the earlier months, right? You may find yourself stressed by trivial issues from petty people. The road ahead looks so bumpy, draining your energy. So there's a need to factor in energy level into your planning, your own energy level, right? So it's pointless overwhelming ourselves with a mile long to do list if you can barely get through a third of it by the end of the day, right? So think of the now, be mindful about how you prioritize, about how you use your resources, because the death door means change the use of your resources. Okay, so 64 strategies, disclosure. Okay, change, like we said, change how you use your resources. Search for hacks and shortcuts. That's what the grass is great for. Hacks, shortcuts to conserve energy. Okay, for the 100 tactics, alliances dissolves adversaries, because the room constellation supports idea accumulation and multiplication. Okay, so temporary strategic alliances can help you shore up your flagging resources, or might bring in new resources to compensate for what you lack, for example. So it's a month's energy. If need to, guys, flatter and bribe by all means. Okay. So hexagram strategy alliance. Okay. Again, this is the same as the 100 tactics, is saying that when we are weak, there will be safety in numbers. So form strategic alliances to leverage off other people's resources. Okay, North Palace. All right, the North Palace talks about not fearing greatness. The Yi and Ting noble is the noble assisting Jade Maiden. So this is supposed to be a promising formation. But hiya, that pesky Theodore. Things are going well, but somehow you seem to be operating out of fear. Why? With the fear door and the black tortoise coming together, you may have accidentally mastered the unnecessary art of the mindfuck. Somehow, maybe you may have convinced yourself that you are not enough, right? So, One of the strategy, openly repair the walkway, secretly march to Chenchang. This one is quite a famous strategy. So since you seem to be operating out of scarcity, this strategy is highly applicable. Pretend to go after a straightforward objective while secretly preparing or exploring alternatives. So mastering this strategy requires finesse and adaptability because it requires you to kind of mix and match both direct and indirect methods at the same time. How practical is this in a month? I'm not very sure. Okay, so 100 tactics, be vigilant of shifting winds. Fear comes from a lack of knowledge or experience. So, staying vigilant of market conditions, being mindful of changing circumstances, basically staying on top of stuff, right? So that you can react speedily when the time comes. Hexagram strategy, decreasing hexagram. Okay, your products or services may not be up to par, or you could be doing a lot of talking but not a whole lot of doing. So to overcome this, fix your core product or service first. Next, the northeast, right? Ren and Yi is the small snake noble. So with this formation portends potential obstacles and drawbacks. All right. The presence of the open door right here changes the game completely. So which means that opportunities are coming to you, and with the support of the basket constellations, a chance to penetrate your enemy's defenses, take up some of their market share. Hey guys, Northeast is great. Carpe diem. Okay. So the 64 strategies, you need to act fast, lightning method. All right. You cannot tarry when opportunity comes. Be ready to seize the opportunities because delays allows others to prepare. Okay, so 100 tactics, doubts destroy streams. All right, so basically, this is the same thing. Move so fast that you leave others doubting themselves. Hexagram strategy from great strength, right? Find this is the note of caution. Acting decisively and fast is not the same as a mindless display of empty power. In other words, just do, don't flex. Okay. While, while you make the most of the opportunities coming your way in June, ensure that you maintain the high standards of your products or services. Okay, so East Palace is talking about inconsistency breeding mistrust. Okay, Sin and Run is the menacing snake enters prison. Might find yourself disheartened by ongoing disputes within the family. This could be magnified by the presence of the Sixth Harmony. Um, this could be ongoing arguments, disagreements, conflicts, right, causing you a lot of stress. Worse with the heart constellation right here, seems like your guilt button is constantly being triggered. They keep guilting you, like you're being guilted into doing something you don't want to do. So 64 strategy, self-injury ploy. Okay, as one way to avoid solving other people's problems, we pretend to be weak and disadvantaged. I would love to help, but right. So 100 tactics. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Weaknesses needs to be corrected so that others don't exploit them. But the first step to addressing these issues is to first acknowledge that we have a problem. Okay. So the hexagram strategy is dispersing. Running around in circles is not a great way to gain trust. People may not be buying into what you are offering because you're simply not consistent enough. Okay, and last but not least, the south east, right? After 2 tough months of being the world's doormat, it seems things are looking up in the southeast. Great, all right. Perhaps you had managed to negotiate some benefits from helping others in May. If you did, now have resources readily available to you. Okay, so the great moon brings wisdom and information, while the star constellation supports you with clarity and creativity. So again, with the life door, here's your chance to be the bigger person. Don't just give them fish, teach them how to fish. Right. So 64 strategies would be to take the opportunity to pilfer a goat. See that goat, pilfer it. Now that things are looking up, You have a chance to capitalize on other people's infrastructure or systems. Be on the lookout for just such an opportunity to further your goals. 100 Tactics is the incendiary path. Identify the ongoing trend, ride the wave to your benefit. Okay, and the hexagram strategy is traveling. Good times may be happening for those with the Southeast Destiny Palace, all right, but know that it doesn't mean that it will be smooth sailing all the way. There will still be problems to solve. In that case, running away from the problems, being timid, accepting no responsibility will not help you make the most of this month's positive formations. Okay, and that's it for the June 2024 Qimen forecast. And I hope that you have enjoyed this sharing. Okay, there is more to come as I will also be recording the June 2024 Bazi forecast and Flying Star forecast as well. See you in the next video. Okay, bye now.